Good morning, Dan and Amy. Chicago hit one milestone on Friday when
Oh, yeah.
Bearman Don, inducted into the Hall of Fame. Well,
Yep,
he will be
he
inducted.
will be. And he was in Atlanta. We
Yeah,
talked to him before he got the knock on the door, so that was a big plus for Chicago.
that was great. And this organization that we're going to reference next is a big plus for Chicago, too. It's Operation Support Our Troops America, long a partner with AM 560 in supporting deployed military men and women. And we're pleased to be joined by its executive director, Bill Rickert. Bill, thanks for being with us again. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for having me, Dan and Amy. You guys have been a great supporter over the years for us.
16 years in now is Operation Support Our Troops America, and you're about to reach a milestone. Your organization is this week.
We really are. We are, this week, we are going to be shipping our 2 millionth pound since we've started the organization a little over 16 years ago.
And you have an event on Saturday that coincides with this milestone that you've reached.
We are. We're packing the 2 millionth pound box on Saturday, and we're going to send it to, matter of fact, it's a friend of my son's. It's deployed currently in Iraq, and we're going to send it to him, so we're ready to roll.
And it's an amazing operation if you've ever been down there, how you have volunteers in these. It's a huge suite that you have, and it's, the great process of packing toiletry items and little trinkets and food that people need because they don't get that over there.
They don't, and people, you got to remember, we still have men and women deployed all over the world. We're in over 70% of the countries continuously today, and people don't think we're still deployed, but we are, and they have needs, and especially now because they don't have the big bases. So a lot of them are special operators in small areas. So we send care packages. We send anywhere between 180 and 200 boxes, one by one box every 2 weeks to our troops.
And I think some of the policy arguments going on about troop levels in places like Syria and Afghanistan maybe have reminded some people that there are still thousands of Americans deployed overseas in theaters where there's conflict.
There really are, and we've just got to remember. And I'll tell you, the generosity of the folks in the Chicagoland area and western suburbs has been great over the last 16 years. I mean, we started the organization 16 years ago. My wife, Deb, started the organization out of our home, in our dining room, to our garage, to a warehouse in Lisle. And here we are 16 years later. Little did we think we'd be
and you
doing
did that because, tell us about your son's services. You have 2 boys.
We do. We have 3 boys.
Three boys.
2 of the 3 served. One was a Green Beret, the other Army Ranger. They're both out now, so we're very grateful for their service. But it started when our oldest son, Dan, decided to go to the military academy at West Point. And so we wanted to mail care packages for Valentine's Day in 2003 to some of our friends' sons and daughters that were being deployed. Our son was very safe. He was at West Point, but we wanted to do that. And so little did we know that all of a sudden things started showing up at our house. More product, got more names, started doing it, and here we are, like I say, 16 years later.
So the care packages this week, do they include like your candy hearts, your chocolate turtles, your corny Valentine's Day cards?
They don't usually have corny Valentine's Day cards, but they do have a lot of love. They have a lot of love. We have a lot of letters that we put in the packages from kids, schools, and troops love getting those letter type of things. But the big things like beef jerky, wipes, socks, believe it or not, are neat.
Toothpaste and toothbrushes.
Yeah. And on our website, you can see it's at www.osotmerica.org. There's a list of items that we do pack and send to our troops.
Nothing says Valentine's Day like wipes.
Exactly.
That's what I always say.
Hey, it's the Mount Prospect shower. But also, besides care packages, you do this great leap of faith with the Golden Knights, which, just explain it for people who haven't heard this story. It's just so remarkable.
And this is really a brainchild of my wife, Deb, who ran the organization for 13 of the years at Operation Support Our Troops. So we started this about in 2005, just to how we could honor those that gave it all. And so we had friends in the organization, a lot of volunteers that unfortunately lost their son and sons. And so we came up with the program called Leap of Faith. And basically it's a seminar, 3-day seminar of how to deal with grief, for Gold Star families, how to live their life, what we call the new normal, get back into the flow of the river of life. Starts with a seminar, and then it culminates with a tandem skydive jump out of an airplane at 14,000 feet with either the Army Golden Knights or the Old Veteran Parachute Team. So,
And a lot of people release the letters that they wrote to their loved
Yeah,
ones because
yeah.
they feel closer to the heavens.
well, what we tell them is we say, hey, what's holding you back from living your life, what we call your new normal? How would you want your loved ones to want you to live your life? So they write down what they want to release, and they put that in their sleeve. And so under canopy, after they jump out of the plane, they release that. And it's very, very symbolic. And so many of our participants have done great things. Some of them have started foundations. Some of them have just done a lot of good things to memory and really to live their life. We're having our 20th Leap of Faith event this end of this month down in Florida at Homestead Air Base.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, there's still a need.
And the other thing you guys do too, which is cool, is sort of put together enterprises that keep people connected, where veterans' families can sort of lean on one another, like the GI Yoga program.
GI Yoga is one of our programs. We have 4 major programs at Operation Support Troops. In addition to our Comfort and Care Package program, where we started out, and again, that's what we're celebrating this week with our 2 millionth pound. We also have a program called GI Yoga, and it really helps veterans deal with PTSD. And it's really neat. You have veterans of all ages. We have World War II veterans as well as millennial Afghani, Iraqi veterans doing yoga classes.
So
We offer that.
the World War II veterans aren't wearing like bicycle pants and tight knit, or skin tight clothing, I hope.
Nah, I
Okay,
don't think so.
All right.
They're
Just
just
nobody
wearing
wants to see that.
Lululemon.
And
Yeah,
you know, we
with
also
due
have a
respect.
great program called the Alan J. Lynch Veterans Assistance Program, and we help our veterans in need, and we've helped over 100 veterans last year. And it's a great program. Combine that with Leap of Faith and the Comfort and Care Package program. It's awesome.
And for the past, 12 years, Rockin' for the Troops, the event at Cantini has raised $1.2 million. We're not going to have it this year, but you're doing something different called Over the Edge, and I think Dan might want to sign up for this.
Yeah, we may have to toss Dan. I don't know.
What's that?
We'll see where that
Sure.
goes.
Tell him
So
what it
Over
is
the Edge,
before-
Sounds
yeah, we're
good.
doing this really cool event this year. We're really pumped up about it. It's going to be September 14th. It's going to be at the Hotel Arista. And we're going to have a really fun event. It's Saturday the 14th of September. And we're going to rappel down the side of the building.
No,
Cool.
thank you.
And we're going to get people like Dan
I do
are
that.
going to do that.
Yeah,
So,
I do
it'll be
that.
awesome. I
He'll
think
do
I
it
think you should.
blindfolded.
I,
So what do you,
I jump with the Golden Knights. I can do the rappelling thing.
Yeah.
I've rappelled down a waterfall in Hawaii.
oh, oh my God.
So that's,
Did I ever
similar.
tell
There
you
you go.
that you're my hero?
Well, I mean, don't
So-
make a big thing about it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just,
So people donate money, and then they can rappel down the.
Yeah, we're going to do
side of the
sponsorships,
hotel.
donate money type of thing, more of a GoFundMe type of thing. So it'll be a really fun event. So we're in the process of just beginning that planning now. Again, it's September 14th. It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
What about recreating Nick Lalenda's walk from Marina
Ah,
Tower to the
that's a
Leo
good-
Burnett Building? We could do that as
Hey,
an event.
hey, we're open to ideas.
Yeah,
Maybe
sure.
you know what? Would you like to be on our planning committee, Dan?
You know,
I think that'd be a
seriously, he'll do it.
GoFundMe page for
There
me
we
to
go.
do that and not survive. I
Right.
think you could raise a lot of money around that. All right, so give us the details again on the events this week in celebration of your 2 millionth pound.
This week we're going to celebrate on Thursday and Saturday at our warehouse in Lisle, and it's basically we're just going to have a celebration of shipping our 2 millionth pound to our troops. So it's a milestone, and we couldn't have done it without the great volunteers we have at Operation Support Our Troops. We have so many great people, so many great sponsors, and the people really have been so generous. We just had what was called a shop and drop at Jewel stores this weekend at a couple, and we have a few more of those coming up. So, the people of the Chicagoland area are so generous. So we're looking forward to it. It's this Thursday, Saturday at our warehouse in Lisle. More information, you can go on our website at www.osotamerica.org.
OSATAmerica.org. And it's important to know one of the reasons people are generous is because they know their resources are used to maximum effect. Operation Support Our Troops America, 4-star rating from Charity Navigator, Platinum Award from GuideStar. So this is an organization that takes your resources, including your time, and puts it to use for maximum effect.
Well, in AM 560, the answer has always been there from the beginning for us. So you guys have been just great supporters of us. So we really appreciate that.
Our pleasure. He is Bill Rickert, Executive Director of Operation Support Our Troops America, OSATAmerica.org. Bill, thanks for joining us. Appreciate
Thanks
it.
a lot.
And thanks for joining us in the studio.